Sziasztok! Üdvözlök mindenkit a Werewolf 5. részében. Visszaértünk a cairnbe. Találkoztunk Edénával, a lányunkkal. És most meg kell beszélnünk, hogy mi lesz a terv következő része.
My Irish brethren, but that was a lifetime ago.
How you doing, big guy? Figured I'd get out of the way, let you catch up with 80. Though, from the look on your face, it doesn't look like it went well.
Confess.
She's still angry at me for leaving.
Can you blame her? Shit, being a teenager's bad enough, but Ludmilla's death, your exile, it was all hard on her. But you did what you had to. You had to get away from us to get yourself back on track.
That's what I tried to tell her.
I've been telling her that for years. Never eased her pain, though. But you're back now. It'll pass. Just give it time.
Adana told me about your mission to infiltrate the fracking site.
Yeah, about that. We're currently at a roadblock. Endron's data encryption is uncrackable.
So she said.
Our only way to get our hands on that data is to take it directly from the server in their lab. But surveillance is tight. Even Adana couldn't get in there without being caught. And I don't think I could create a big enough distraction to draw their security's eyes away.
She became
So,
militant.
how do you like being Rotko's lieutenant?
Things were a little bumpy in the beginning. Rodko didn't like my way of doing things, so I had to assert myself. Deep down, though, I don't think he would have gone easy on anyone. Nobody could replace you in his eyes.
Yet here you are, Rotko's right hand. I'd say you replaced me quite well.
I appreciate it, but it was never a question of ability. Rodko just had to get over it, to learn to stop yearning for the past. It was a slow process, but he's finally managed to turn the page. That said, your return has done him a lot of good. All of us, really. There's a lot of change we can effect with you here, Cahal. Keep that in mind.
How did Adana's training go while I was away?
Rodko tried to make a Garu out of her, but all his training didn't exactly bear fruit. I know she doesn't like talking about it, but she says she doesn't feel the gift.
Do you think she's right?
I think only time will tell. But all of Rodko's obsessive Garu training only pushed her closer to me. She took an interest in my work, wanted to know all about my approach to infiltration, my thoughts on humans, and she was a fast learner. Call it ego, but I used to think she was trying to be like me. Then I realized she already had a role model, her mother. Adana realized that I could teach her a lot of the same stuff her mother could have, so she stuck to me like glue. And then she shifted up a gear, studied at Caltech and Columbia University, and she did it all on her own. You should be proud of her.
Always have been. Lambda Mankind's really made something of itself, hasn't it?
Yeah, took us a while, but we've got a solid group, and our name's out there. The bigger we get, the more we can do. Still need to get public opinion on our side, of course, and that's not going to be easy given the way Endron and its puppet media portray us. But the longer we fight, the better we can reclaim our narrative. The people will come to realize we're fighting for them in due time.
Talk about Rodko.
How did you manage to convince Rodko to house Lambda Mankind at Tarker's Mill?
Back when you were here, he wouldn't give the idea the time of day. But when he named me lieutenant, I told him I'd agree on one condition.
That he'd accept your Lambda Mankind.
Yep. Once he lived around them for a while, he finally saw that their determination to save the planet was every bit as real as his. And today, they're fully integrated into the cairn. Rodko's a big reason Lambda Mankind's accomplished what it has today.
Adana taking action, the attack on the cairn. It's hard for me to ignore the parallels with the day Ludmilla died.
I suppose the infiltration strategy doesn't exactly help things, huh?
She understands how I feel. She keep your fears to yourself.
Yeah. I'm terrified that we might somehow see a repeat of 5 years ago.
Don't worry, Cahal. Even if the broad strokes are similar, the details are completely different. We lost Ludmilla because we didn't know that Endron was working with the Black Spiral Dancer. Piece of shit must have realized Ludmilla was one of us. Nothing else could have. There's no way in hell that's happening again. We've checked Endron's security on all their sites around Tarker's Mill. There are no Black Spiral Dancers, not one. Adana's got this. She'll be safe. The fracking site's too well protected. It's too much for 2 people.
De van egy vérfarkasotok.
What's Rodko think about you two going undercover like this?
As you might imagine, he was a little resistant at first. But once he understood what we wanted to do, he gave us the green light.
Sounds like you've got something in mind.
If we want to draw security's attention, we have to hit them hard. Blowing up the refinery should do the trick. But that's not happening until we can get into the fracking site. That's step 1. The site is protected by an electric fence and a myriad of cameras, all of which are powered by the dam Endron acquired when it bought the site. Now, if someone could get into the dam and connect me to their network, I could access their system discreetly.
Allowing you to cut the power to their defenses without their notice.
Exactly. We can worry about the fracking site after that.
Okay. I'll go talk to Rodko to see how he wants to make up the teams.
Thanks, Cahal. It's good to have you back. But if you don't mind, I'd like to take a few moments for myself. Lost some friends during the attack.
Don't worry. Take all the time you need.
Prepare for the dam's raid. Okay.
So, any news on the group that was supposed to launch?
Amúgy simán megoldható, hogy én még mindig hallom azt, amit ők beszélgetnek, hiszen...
So many dead. This is horrible.
I'm sorry, Adana.
What is it, Cahal?
Do you know where I can find Ava?
She's checking the solar panels.
Hát mert találkoztam
I
vele.
tried to get here as soon as I could, but I couldn't stop the massacre.
It's not your fault. It's just... when I think about everyone we lost... Kidamona, Leandra, and all the others... Leandra was pregnant, too. Their cruelty has no limits.
Endron's never had any limits. But those who we've lost will not have died in vain. Endron will pay for this. We'll talk later.
Okay. Goodbye.
How are things on your end?
We're holding up, but I'm afraid our problems are far from solved.
One less problem, now that you're back. It's been too long, brother.
As you know, Magadon claims they opened a new lab to develop
Every
natural
step the
supplements.
forest loses
Obviously a
is
front.
one that
They
we're
left the public
engaged.
eating out of their hand.
They just brought their supplements to market. If we don't expose them, a whole lot of unsuspecting people are going to get poisoned. The new lab of theirs is still under construction, and their security's full of holes. It's the perfect time to stage an attack.
We split into 3 teams. You two take the north entrance. Me, Joe, and Ryan will take the south. Alex, Danny, Quinn, you 3 create a diversion at the east entrance.
This letter must have been sent just before the attack on the cairn.
Whisper of trouble. We're out of there. Be ready to act as soon as I hear from our mole.
Yeet. Look at me. Sexy farkas az asztalon.
As you know, Magadon claims they opened a new lab to develop natural
Protko. Protko. Ilyen mi kis fogsorbarátunk.
So, were you able to talk with your daughter?
I read the message you left on Ludmilla's grave. I didn't know that you...
I never should have given the green light for that mission. Never. I'll blame myself for the rest of my life. If I hadn't made that decision, my sister would still be alive. And you never would have left.
Wasn't your fault, Rodko. How could you have known that Endron had set a trap for us?
I'm the leader of this pack. It was my job to know.
You can't punish yourself like this. Even Ifen didn't see it coming.
Ifen is not our pack leader. I was the one who made the choice, not him. And I've got to live with that.
Never thought I'd have a chance to say this after I left, but... I'm glad to be back among the pack.
Me too, Cahal. I'm glad to have you. Especially right now. I'll respect your choice to leave once this storm passes, but you know as well as I do that your place is here. You are my right hand, Cahal. After what you did at the mine, I'd say you still are.
That's Ava's place now.
I know, and she's a fine fit for the role. But you and I, we have a different bond.
Whether I go or stay, Rodko, that bond will always remain.
I truly hope so, Cahal.
Egy falkába vagyunk. Mindig
I
is
had a chance to
összetartozunk.
talk to Ifen for a while. It's hard to believe the state the spirits are in.
What do you mean by that? Are you here to tell me I let them down?
No, that's not it at all. I just want to know what happened.
Ifen will tell you that I turned away from the spirits to focus on the pack, on Adana. It's true in part. I needed to keep the pack unified, but I never abandoned the spirits. I did everything I could for them, but I never had the sort of connection with them that Rafik had.
And the worm?
His influence is spreading here. It's spreading everywhere. We're all fighting against it as best we can. But as long as Endron stays here, the worm will remain strong. It will try to corrupt our minds, to weaken Ifen and the spirits.
Okay. My daughter is mad.
As you might imagine, there's still a lot of tension there.
Between the attack on the cairn and your sudden return, she's going through a lot right now. Give her time.
Ava said the same thing. I hope you're both right. Speaking of Ava and Adana, they told me about their plan to get their hands on the encrypted data inside the fracking site's laboratory.
To bring Endron down from the inside, yes. I think they've got the right idea. If we manage to chase Endron from this region, they'll just continue their dirty work elsewhere. It's time for a decisive blow. So we follow Ava and Adana's plan. We'll attack the dam to bring down the defenses of the fracking site. I want you to lead the incursion. You coordinate with Ava and Adana over comms, and allow them access to the dam's network.
Ava gave me the rundown. But if I set off a single alarm, things will get very dangerous very quickly.
I know. One sign something's amiss, and the tank girl will be at the dam before you know it. So while you're sneaking through the inside of the dam, I'll be creating a diversion on the outside. That should keep her attention off you. And even if someone does raise the alarm at the dam, Tank Girl will have no idea why you're really there.
Good. You can count on me.
Excellent. We'll have Declan meet you near the dam. He's got the relays you'll place to get Ava and Adana access to Endron's network.
Okay.
There's still a long way to go. But life's picking up again in the cairn. Ludmilla, I hope you can see this, wherever you are.
I just can't get my head around the fact that we just buried Ironwind.
Me neither. I figured he'd be the one burying all of us.
It's true. Rodko did change when he became pack leader. Adana was only a few days old when Ludmilla wrote this letter.
Amúgy, ha valakit érdekelnek az ilyen levelek, akkor nyugodtan állítsa meg a videót. Csak próbálok ilyen félórás videókra koncentrálni.
Defense strength will not last forever. He needs your help.
Meg is kapja? Nincs is ezzel semmi gond. Azért vagyunk itt, hogy segítsünk Ethannek. Oh, megnyílt az út. Belélegzünk egy követ. Király. Esküszöm, ez a játék olyan, mint egy légzés gyakorlat. Oda megyünk mindenhez, és belélegezzük. Fűhöz, fához, mindenhez. Kövekhez, szobrokhoz. Help, Ethan.
The guardian spirits of the forest. They have slept for too long. They must be stirred from their slumber. They must lend me their support against the worm. Find them, remind them of their duty, and return to me when it is done.
Okay. Az Erdő szellemének kell szólni. Hát nem tudom. Nem igazán bízok ebbe az erdő szellemés dologba, hiszen utoljára, mikor az embereknek megült a baja az erdő szellemével, akkor levágták valakinek a kezét, és egy láncfűrészt tettek a helyékre, szóval... Majd elkezdtek feléledezni a holtak, stb. Stb. Kiengedték a gonoszt. Hagyjuk inkább itt az erdő szellemét, nem igazán akarom őket felkelteni. Még a végén rossz vége lesz.
Hey, Cahal. Heard about your little light show at the mine. Didn't lose a finger playing with those fireworks, did you? Not a one. And we couldn't have done any of it without you. Oh, please. You're too kind. All I did was stick around. You know I'm here if you need me. Thanks, Dusk. I'll let you know.
Thanks. Dust. Oké. Hát akkor keressünk szellemeket az erdőbe.
An activist my ass. They're goddamn terrorists. Glad Endron's putting them in their place.
I don't know.
Fox Spirit, your sleep must end. Ifen needs you.
I hear you, warrior of Gaia, and I am now awake. Ifen has my aid.
Okay. Szóval most akkor az erdőben kell keresgélnem állatszellemeket. Jó. Látjuk, hogy mi sül ki ebből. Ez még egy kis légzés gyakorlat. Be tudok lélegezni egy fát is. Akkor a király vagyok már. És köszönöm. Elkezdem gyakorolni ezt a vérfarkas légzés gyakorlatot. actually hasznosnak tűnik. Nope. Megvan még egy lélek.
Stag spirit, awaken. Help Efen to fight the worm.
Thank you for shaking me from my lethargy, warrior of Gaia. Efen can count on me.
Oké, már csak 2 spiritet kell megtalálni. Mégis valamelyre erre lesznek. Oké, szóval állatokat kell keresgélni. Biztos vagyok benne, hogy lesz legalább egy bármilyen madár lélek, szóval azért nézem itt a fenti területeket is, hát ha.
Hear me, raccoon spirit. Wake up. Answer Efen's call.
The worm has taken advantage of my slumber. But no longer. Efen can count on me.
Még egy belélegzős növény. És hol van az utolsó szellem? Valamerre. Nem. És amúgy oda hogy jutok fel? Csak kérdés. Ez szerintem ott van fönt a 4. lélek. átugrani. Ja. És hol van az erdő utolsó szelleme?
What do the water samples say?
Exactly the same thing as before. The river's totally polluted. It's a miracle anything can survive in there.
Send those results straight to Endron's lab. At least we'll get some decent pay out of all this.
Ha. Szóval még mindig ellenséges területen vagyunk, úgymond. Hol lehet az utolsó lélek?
When Major Grainer's squadron attacked the activists' camp.
What are we supposed to do with it? Take it to their mine?
Nothing like that. They only want DNA samples. Just a routine pass. Don't ask questions, just do your job.
És miért is tudok amúgy én ide bejutni?
Civilians taking readings on the nearby riverbank. Should I warn the commander?
No, they're working for us. Nothing to worry about from them.
Na mindegy. Úgy érzem, ide még nem most kell bejutnom. És nem tudok ehhez elég nagyot ugrani. Jó. A repülőfarkas. Na jó, hol lehet a negyedik lélek? Oké. Nem tudom, hol lehet. Ethan, igen. Ott a csávó.
I can feel my power fading.
Hát ez szomorú.
How are the spirits?
Still alive, at least. The influence of the worm has weakened them.
If we keep fighting back against Endron, though, his influence will shrink, and the spirits will regain their strength.
A szemét el fogod árulni a Creedet, és átállsz a templomosokhoz. Ott van fönt valami. Még egy belélegezhetős fa. És ott a negyedik szellem. A medve.
Bear spirit, wake up. Hear Ifen's call.
I have slept for far too long. I did not feel the worm spreading. Ifen can count me among his stalwart allies.
Jó, akkor vissza Ifenhez. Mert nem tudom, hogy benne még itt bármit be lehet lélegezni. Van. Ifen.
The guardian spirits are among us once again. I can feel their strength. Thank you, warrior of Gaia. There will be other fights we must win to defend our forest. Return to me in time. I will have further need of your help.
Okay. Na nézzük, mit tudunk skill pontozni. Oké. Az jól jön. És el is fogytak a pontjaim. Hát jó. Viszont én most elköszönök tőletek, és találkozunk a következő videóban. Köszönöm, hogy velem tartottatok. Ha tetszett a videó, lájkoljátok, iratkozzatok föl, és találkozunk majd a következő videóban. Sziasztok!